Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608 and today I am playing StarMade. And we are back with our toaster because we have more work to do. More work, yeah, I know, it's forever more work. Alright, so I would like to put some armor on this thing today. So I have my lefty-righty symmetry up and I have my two armored, standard and advanced. We could use basic, but we're going to go standard and advanced now. Now, how does armor work? Well, we've already talked about how armor works to some degree, and it's in layers. You want layers of armor, standard on top of advanced, typically. So, let's use this opportunity to just get some armor in here. See, let's see, that's 20. 20 is more than enough. Yeah, 20 is more than enough. Let's do like 2. Oh, hello. Stop that. Now, let's see. I sort of want this, like, wedge type deal going on here. Because I think it looks cool. See, like that, and like, oh, stop that. Nonsense. Alright. There we go. That's probably sufficient for the bottom there. And let's just bring this up a little. Alright, so this is just going to be to deflect shots coming up from the front. That's why it's in the front. And I don't want heavily armored. 2 layers are probably going to be enough. Because this thing is not, as I said multiple times, is not an attack vessel. Well, it is an attack vessel, but it's not an attack vessel. The stuff inside of it is the real attack vessel. So we just want to, yeah, something like that. Then we want a skin over it, and so let's undo that, and let's grab some dark gray to fit in with the standard 608 stuff. All right, let's pull that down there. I think my second monitor's trying to die. That's not good. Alright, so we're going to wedge this. So now, instead of it looking at it, we have block armor of 15. Down here, we have block armor of 4, total of 35, total of 31. So this doesn't add a lot unless you hit one of these obliques. It's still not too bad. Looks like you either want to hit it dead on or at a top-down angle. Anyway, it's not a lot of armor, I give you that, but I don't care. Because this hopefully will be enough to stop a stray shot. I want to give it just, let's give the interior just a little more, I guess. Now, the downside of doing lots of armor is it gets heavy. Not as heavy as it used to be. I mean, it used to be, like, super duper heavy. Like, we're talking reconfigure your reactor and you aren't moving anywhere anymore heavy. That took it to 82. That should probably be sufficient armor. At least for the front. Now, thinking about this, I want the front to be well armored. So no shots come in, oh, I guess raking shots, if you will, come in and just fry all these spaceships. Want to protect it from that. Definitely want to protect against penetrating shots. Oh, alright, we'll do one more layer of armor. Since you begged for it. You know what? Let's test that. We're going to save this as Toaster Carrier 15. And let's bring in a, I don't know. Oh, so go away. Stop that. Let's bring in an Ember-class Corvette. Ember-class Corvette. Not very powerful. It's a damage beam and a missile. And that's it. And I want to shoot this to see, oh, it's not going to, the shields are going to absorb it, aren't they? Shields absorbed. Shields definitely absorbed it. Alright. Okay. Which is fine, because, well, do I really want to test it without its shields? Hmm. Alright, let's try it without its shields. Let's hop out of the ship, go F1, F8. F8, F1, F2. And let's see where the shields are in here. Let's see, is that 100? Oops. Oops. Oops! I took out chunks of the armor. I don't want that. Go. There. Now I has no. I has no shields. 1 of 8. There we go. Now it's just a chunk of armor floating in space. Now, Emperor class, keep in mind, is not particularly powerful. Shot the top left corner, which did. See, which did diddly squat. No, no, no. It left a blemish. So now let's try something a little more powerful. Pew! Oh, yep. Moderate missile. That did that. Of course, missiles are good against armor, so I'm depending on my shields to defend me against missiles. So actually, that didn't do too bad. So let's try with a real missile. F8. This is my destroyer, which is pointing the wrong. Actually, it's pointing the right way, but it's the wrong way for me. But it's the right way it should have been pointing. All it does is have, well, it is stealth and missiles. For comparison, we're going to shoot our Ember Corvette. Takes out 1/3 of its shields. Yeah, 3 shots take out its shields, then 1 shot in the back, which shouldn't actually do a lot, because there's not an awful lot back here, if I recall. Yeah, it pokes through its thin skin and actually pokes into the RP squishiness inside. Alright, so let's try to dumbfire. Top right corner here. Yeah, that did not get all the way through. Okay, I'm impressed. Alright, let's try it again. Even separate, they did bad, but they didn't get all the way through. Okay. Let's try something a little more, a little more punch to it. 1 of 8. Let's hit O. No, let's hit P. When you're in a camera, P will let you adjust things. See, that's the cannon. Those are my missiles, and that's another cannon. Oh, that's the lighter cannon. All right. Let's turn this all the way around. Good grief. My Inferno class frigate is incredibly not mobile. It's got a great zoom on this cannon, though. Alright, so let's bring her up. This is... Huh, my destroyer has fewer shields than the Corvette. That's strange. Yeah. This will obliterate this particular gun. The big gun on the frigate will do bad things to a spaceship. One of the reasons it's kind of big and clunky and doesn't move a lot, because I put lots of systems for guns on it. Let's see exactly how bad that did. F1, F8. Yeah, it ripped clean. No, it did not rip clean through. It stopped. It stopped in the first part of the ship after shredding everything else. Yeah, that was one shot from the Inferno, F1, F8. And that was the big gun. Let's see, the little gun doesn't do as bad. Yeah, it doesn't even take its shields out. Let's see. Let's get a little closer and see what that one did. Why am I getting a little closer? Just hop on the other ship, dummy. That's what you just did. So, R, I'm not in the ship. Alright. F1, F8. This is just comparison shots. So that's the little gun. The little gun did nothing. It didn't even puncture through the bathroom. Alright, so now let's get Tim out of the way. Let's get back in the big boy. And let's see what we can do to the toaster. The little gun goes pew, 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 and I don't think that scratches. That doesn't even scratch the surface. The big one goes pew. And let's hop into the toaster to get it a better idea of what happened. It didn't render. It takes a bit to render and things were moving. So it actually hit. See, here's where the two shots from that one and that one converge. Then they diverge. The right shot going left, the left shot going right. Making two distinct paths. Frying the thrusters. And basically well, maybe not obliterating, but rendering these this entire top shelf of fighters worthless. Well, no, that one probably still fight. These 2, 3 still fight. I think the ones on the right have a better chance, or the ones on the right. They're all the ones on the right. I'm not looking at the whole damage, yeah. I think the ones in the back half is probably what I should have said. Might still be able to do something. The top aft, or was this starboard aft fighters might still be able to do something. But, yeah. One shot from the battleship. That's not a battleship, that was a lie. One shot from the Inferno class frigate just obliterates entire rack of fighters, and I don't think there's much my armor I can do. There's not an awful lot of with armor I can do without becoming like overly expensive to really to stop that. So its main goal is to maybe tank a few shots. Hopefully not from main artillery. Drop the fighters off, leave. Or drop the fighters off, die, whatever. Drop the fighters off if it is its main goal, and survive long enough to drop the fighters off. Actually, I wonder if he... No, I already looked at a stealth drive. I couldn't get the stealth drive and the FTL drive that I wanted. Although that does bring up more questions. We might revisit the FTL drives again. Or the chambers again. Alright, but for my intents and purposes, taking a couple quick shots from smaller vessels, I'm going to call that small to medium class. This one's a fairly big ship. Well, it's not really fairly big. It's like 200 meters long. Yeah, 200 meters long. It's not a huge ship. How long is the toaster? Oh, there goes the destroyer again. It's 206. So they're similar. They're about similar in length. Frigate's probably a little longer. Yeah, huh. They're about similar in length. Very different role and construction, but similar in length. All right, anyway, I think this is going to be sufficient for what I want it to do. Take a few shots, drop off the fighters, and maybe make it out of the fight. All right, anyway, I have been JW608. This has been StarMade, and I will do you cats later.